Welcome to Haitianjonas.com. We have the infamous Yves Bruno, which is an artist's name all over hip-hop world right now. Bruno, welcome to Haitianjonas.
Thanks for having me, man.
A lot of people have been watching your video on Haitianjonas.com and then also the app. Bruno, tell the people a little bit about you, who you are.
Well, like you said, I'm Yves Bruno. That's my real name. That's not no stage name or anything. Grew up in Haiti. Moved there when I was 13, 14. Went to school in Boston. Went to Brandeis University in Waltham. I started off by writing poetry. I published a book my senior year of college, which they use at a couple of universities around the Boston area. Then I made the transition into, music. So, and a few years later, we're here.
We're here. Started from the bottom, now
we're here.
Drakes. So, Bruno, where you from originally?
Well, I grew up in Haiti and moved there with my, I had family here. Both my sisters were here with my grandmother. Then I moved there in 1999, I think, with my mother. Now she lives in New York, and I stayed in Boston with my grandmother because we like the education system in Boston. We thought it was better, so.
I was just asking why Boston, but you just put it out there. Education.
I read your mind, man.
Everybody knows Boston is one of the top-notch for education. Bruno,
definitely.
How long have you been? When did you start doing music?
Music has only been a couple of years, man. Only been a couple of years. I started off like making a few songs here and there. They were not the best name, but But we kept at it, and we have gotten better along the way. But it's only been a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, I would say.
Who influenced your style, your music?
I wouldn't say like anyone in particular. I mean, I listen to pretty much anyone. I listen to a lot of soft rock. I listen to storytelling music, like feel-good music, So whatever type of songs, like music falls under that, that's what I'm into. I don't really listen to rap as much as I used to, but I do a lot of R&B, pop music, anything with good lyrics. That's what I'm into, pretty much.
I know you watch a lot of artists in terms of music, hip-hop, or R&B, rock, country. The question I want to ask you, who do you want to work with in the future?
Man, I got a few people in mind. I feel like it's not so much I want to work with them because of their resume. I want to work with them because I feel like they fit my style of music. I would say somebody like John Legend. I'm really big into like singing hooks, and he's great with he's great with the lyrics. He's a great songwriter. Who else? I would work with somebody like Travis McCoy. I feel like people have compared my style to his because he does a lot of singing hooks and more like happy lyrics.
Wow.
For those of you who don't know Travis McCoy, he's the guy who sings, take a look at my girlfriend, or I want to be a millionaire, so freaking bad.
So freaking bad.
You probably recognize this song based off like the hook only, but he has good lyrics as well.
You wrote a lot of music for people out there. Do you mind telling them who they are?
Well, part of the business we can't really give out names, so because it's called ghostwriting for a reason.
Yeah.
But I've certainly ran my fair share of songs for a couple of artists from Boston and people from out of town, some people from New York.
Any famous people?
Not that famous. I don't know. It depends on, relatively speaking. Okay. I guess they're well known around like the New England area. I guess you would say, yeah.
Okay.
But not famous, not all, MTV famous or something.
Okay, okay. Not like Haitianjonas famous.
Not Haitianjonas famous.
So one question that I like to ask you, who do you consider on your lyrical level? In terms of your music, because your music is hot right now.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I don't know, man. I try to do me when I write music. Like, whatever you hear, I don't fabricate anything. I don't talk about guns or anything. Like, whatever I talk about, it's like, real things I deal with on a regular day basis. Family, my son, grandmother, ex-girls, all that good stuff. People I would consider, I would say let me see, a good songwriter that I really like is actually Frank Ocean. He's great with the way he composes his music, the way he writes. The way he writes his music is the way I write my poems. So I feel like we're similar in that way, and I love the lyrics. There's always a deeper meaning to his music. So I'm a big fan of his, especially his first mixtape or something like that.
Sorry for the noise, and everybody know that this is Boston. This is how we do it at Hyde Park River Street. One question there: what kind of artist do you consider yourself? I know you portray your name as the stage name will be Yves Bruno.
Yeah. It's hard to tell. I mostly rap, but I write a lot of R&B songs. So anything in between that, I think that's where I would fall. I don't know. I don't think I fall under a particular genre or anything, but I like pretty much anything. And when you listen to the album when it comes out August 8th, totally check it out. It's gonna be on iTunes. It's gonna be a variety of things. It's gonna be pop songs, very mellow songs. It's gonna be R&B tracks and straight rap. And they all pretty much all go hand in hand. They're all tied since it's a concept album. But I would say I fall under all these different genres. I would say, yeah.
You mentioned earlier you don't talk about the N-word, which is using the word nigga or nigga in your song.
Yeah.
And why do you think we should stop the use of N-word if some people use it as a word of endearment? On this album, let me see. Yeah, I don't think I've used the N-word on the album. I think it's very important people to know your history. Yeah.
I went to school. I studied African American history, and if you know your history, a lot of people have died. I've died over that word. So I think it's very important for us to, out of respect, not to. We don't want to. How would I put this? So, other people have used this to dehumanize us, black people. And I think it's very important to try to remove it from our vocabularies. I think some of us get carried away. We use it as a filler. We use it just because we can't think of anything else to say, and that goes along profanity as well.
Yeah.
So as someone who has gone to gotten my education fortunately at a great school such as Brandeis University, and who had gotten a chance to study African American studies, so I know the importance of not using that word, and because a lot of people from my past have died, and I'm going to try to keep it that way. Have I used the word before? Yes, I've used it, unfortunately, but I try to not to put it in my music. My son is a very big fan of my music, so.
And actually, the people know that's your son in the video.
Yes, that's my actual son.
Was it the wife in the video too?
No. That's my that's my music video girlfriend. Oh, okay. That's a good friend of mine. But
that's nice. It was nice.
Yeah, but everything else is real. The picture is my mother, a picture of my father, The house is actually real. It's my place. My son is real.
It's a nice place.
Everything else is real, but the girl. But the story is based on a true story.
It's not fiction.
It's not fictional. Nothing's fabricated.
So a lot of people watching the show, they listen to your music. Can you tell the people? I'm gonna ask you, how do you make of your music, right? Yeah. Is it for radio, the fans, or is it something that you want to bump in your car?
I certainly do it for the radio, to be honest. But I don't dumb out my music to make it to fit this this clear direction I see like music is going towards. Yeah. So like, you know, I like happy beats.
Yeah. Because
we deal with enough negativity in the world. So I try to like, I try to use happy beats to make my music. I have, if you listen to my lyrics, nothing to like, it's always gonna be deep because that's who I am as a person. But it's always gonna be like, it's coming from a happy place. So when you hear it along with, with a beat, it's always gonna make you move. You could always hear it on the radio because I don't use profanity as much. But certainly catered to like the radio because that's, I feel like that's the only way to make it, to make radio friendly music.
I know also people was watching the show, they also know that you are a producer and you make beats. What kind of instrument? You make beats, right?
Actually, the people on my team make beats. Yeah. I mostly take care of like the arrangements of songs. Anything from writing to arranging a song is what I do.
What kind of instruments are you using?
We make a lot of mostly like hip hop beats. We make a lot of R&B beats as well. So I work. So we have a group called EYM, which you could see. It's on my hat. EYM, so we have like the merchandise and stuff. EYM stands for Elevate Your Music. When we first came into this thing, we just didn't want to, make crappy music, the music that glorify, objective, women, or using the N-word or profanities and things like that. Pretty much. So we wanted to come in the game and just like make good music, feel good music. And music that I would consider positive. So, but I work with my friend of mine. He's the one who came up with the idea of. My friend's name is Rob. He's the producer. He's the guy who edits most of my music, or before when we first started making music. Because since then I've worked with different producers, but he's the guy who knows more about making beats. We had a few other people that were part of the group as well, but. Unfortunately didn't stick around. So as of now, it's only me and him. But we do have other people that still help us make music. I can't go down the list because I don't want to forget anyone. So you know who you are.
You know who you are. I know you're supposed to give a shout out, but do you have a person in particular you want to give a shout out?
I would say shout out to anyone that supported this whole movement, the EYM music movement, to Rob, always holding me down. I guess family members, my sisters, both my sisters are like big fans. They'll call me. There's just like, if I post anything on Facebook or YouTube, they'll go crazy. My mom as well.
Nice.
And who else? And Mike from, let's see, Right Beat Radio. He also, he made the beat for the video. And he's a big fan, and he's posted my stuff, on his Twitter account and like everywhere else. So shout out to him, and also Brad Young, who's like, if you guys don't know him, he's a platinum record producer who produced some of the biggest hits of the 90s, for Pussycat Dolls and stuff. I've gotten a chance of working with him, so shout outs to him too for putting my whole project together and making it sound as awesome as it is now.
Any radio in Boston that you wanna wish to play on your music?
Hey, anywhere that I want to play the music, please feel free, hit me up. Any DJs, hit me up. I'll be more than willing to like hand you over my catalog, and you can play my music anywhere because great music. If I like them, I have good ears for music. If I like them, I think you certainly gonna enjoy the music. So feel free, hit me up, ask me for anything, and I'll let you play my records, man.
Nice.
You won't be disappointed.
So you watching Yves Bruno? Yves Bruno. I know to end this, I like to say, I always say to artists, do you have any hip hop or poetry? You know, recite on Haitianjonas camera.
Sure. Because I'll do it one verse. Let's see. It goes, through the thin air, I could hear the drop of a tear through my ear, kiss the ground, then the sound disappears. I fear not to drown in my tears, bottled up emotion. The salt's emotion at the bottom of that ocean. I thought I could swim good, thinking I'm Frank Ocean. Nostalgic, reminiscent, thought-provoking conversation, how to fix something that's broken. With no remarks or care, she left a mark, a scar right in my heart. The pieces fell apart, destroyed a good puzzle, that's when we fell apart, I bet. Some Novocaine will just numb out the pain, my hurt soul, wanna hurt you in vain. Little Miss Sunshine, karma is a, sometimes I hope she effing bites you where the sun shines. How could you? Girl, it was our future. I try to even things out, we had an odd future. No Haji, no Tyler, no sweatshirts. Wise words from an expert. Life is like a marathon, chase it until your legs hurt. Except I don't listen to experts, so that's the way it goes.
Nice.
That was something light. Hope you enjoyed it.
I would like to say thank you, Rob, for taking the chance to have an interview with me on Haitianjonas.com on River Street, High Park, behind Ferris Cafe Restaurant. One of the first that helped me with my success, and just want to say thank you so much taking the time. And if you have a last word to say, whatever you want to say, feel free on Haitianjonas.com.
I would say thanks for having me, man. Definitely thanks for having me. Anybody that's like a big fan of my music, if you have seen the video, please support, share with your friends on Facebook and everywhere else. And I'm not big on Twitter, but follow me at Yves S. Bruno. S stands for story, which is the idea behind my old project, Story Tells, because I tell stories. So my middle name is actually Story. So it's Yves, Y-V-E-S, S again, B-R-U-N-O, Bruno. Yves S. Bruno.
And also, I just want to say thank you. You were one of the person that took bought my app.
Word.
And also without regret, without any doubt.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thank you, and then you see the benefit of it.
Yep.
And we're about to see Yves Bruno on this interview, his video. Can you tell them what's the name of the video?
Check out this video. This is my a single off my new project, Story Tells. It's called My Stories. It's broken down three different parts. One about my father who passed away, second about my son, and the third about my ex-girlfriend. Please definitely check it out. It's a great song, and it's called My Stories.
My Stories. Let's go and check it out right now. Yves Bruno, My Story. Thank you for watching Haitianjonas.com.
We don't try anymore to understand, but I don't care. These are my stories and not yours. I'ma fucking tell them how the fuck I want. These are my stories. These are my stories.
I wish I said goodbye before he left. It's hard to digest, all the regrets congest like the nastiest flame wear on my chest. Accept the good with the bad, as good as it gets. Sometimes I cry when I'm stressed. The more I get stressed, the more I get bothered. The more I travel farther alone, I miss my father. I've been looking for some guidance since I became a father. Age 17, I made my mother a promise, right? Even though they said tomorrow's now promises like Eve's. I wish I could keep it funky and be honest. If the sky's the limit, so please go beyond it. So I'm feeling like a giant, something like Andre, more like a Destiny Child, call it Beyonce. No potty training, I'm dealing with the same ish. I need a diaper change, I'm on some new ish. I'm so exhausted, I'm tired of this bullshit. So for now, let's get back to the music. Now hold my hand as I take you on a journey. You don't even understand me, only God can judge me. What's up? What's up?
Yeah, we don't try anymore to understand, but I fucking tell them how the fuck I want. These are my stories. These are my stories. These are my stories.
I'm in a house up in some Amy Winehouse. Then they got the nerve to say I need to go to rehab. They don't understand, I never got over what we had. Anyway, why do they care what's in my cup? When my world's crashing down, I'm the one who holds it up. Feeling old as fuck, cause my son's growing up. And he reads me like a book. It's hard to open up. So for now, little man, you gotta scan through the pages. Don't read the chapters until you're old enough. Learn all the lessons, how to be an adolescent. Make daddy proud. Always count your blessings. When I look into your eyes, I wanna see my own reflections like mine.
These are my stories. These are my stories. These are my stories.
Last night I had a dream, we had a hiccup. Then I woke up, I realized we weren't breathing cause we broke up. So I had to face reality with no makeup. And honestly, I think a time was a waste of time. Is time's really money? Metaphorically, I lost a dime. Possibly a 9, 8, 7. Countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm right where I started, still searching for that one. Nothing's really changed, okay, let's do the math. 3 minus 1 still is me and my son. Then I'm on to the next, on to the next. Hard to move on, now I'm back with my ex. What's up? What's up? What's up?
We don't try anymore to understand, but I don't care. These are my stories and not yours. I'ma fucking tell them how the fuck I want. These are my stories. These are my stories. We the ones that you know. We got something to tell you. Story I wanna hear, I wanna hear.